All right, we're back again in Fireball's other garage to go over some other cream puff cyclones in various cars. And we'll start with this one here.
This is a black R-code automatic 69 Cyclone. And all I got's the body, the motor and transmission are missing, but everything else is with it.
And anybody that's been to Tom's garage might recognize it because it was in his basement for how many years?
Probably 3 or 4 at
Yeah.
least. But originally I had it, and then Tom got it from me, and then I got it back because he decided he'd rather mess with the red and white cars. So
And that's pretty neat. 588.
and this hunker up here still got a number on it too.
Oh wow, what is that?
77.
577.
But that's a red and white color code body up top, 428 automatic. I've had to put a roof on this car because the roof was crushed. The car was picked up with a claw in the junkyard and they crushed the roof in. But
And see, these are the pipes, the tail pipes that Marty Burke, that's the ones he sells, look like that. So let's talk about the wall. I don't even know what to call it. I mean,
it's NOS parts display mostly.
yeah, but
NOS.
that's crazy. I mean, you know how many guys are looking for letters?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like you were saying about the letters, between the difference, how these ones are painted white. And then we think these ones up here were, of course, maybe black because there's no real.
Those up top are black. Those
Yeah.
up top are on that. The ones
But-
on that NOS taillight panel, that trim panel, I'm pretty sure they're NOS.
Yeah. So you got new old stock door skin, wheelhouse.
That's a Torino wheelhouse from AMD, but the NOS one's upstairs. I'll show
Yeah.
you that later.
Got Home and Moody box,
68 NOS
radiator support.
radiator support and drill brackets, and
So I should probably go get the one I got from you and put it on here and take this one.
yeah, NOS door hinges.
And of course,
All
all
those are NOS.
the headlight bucket pieces and
And those are original shifter humps, except the automatic ones from AMD. But
there's the. Well, that one's going to be hard to do.
and that's an original spare out of one of my cars. This original tire still on the spare.
Wow.
Never been on the ground. It was in the trunk of the car. Never been used. I had the guy at the tire store dismount it and clean it and put the tire back on, but.
And you said that's a new old stock
It's the NOS deck lid. I got it from
office.
Rick Oakes, the guy that has all the Talladega stuff.
Yeah.
And that's a NOS Torino trunk floor that I got years ago. And those are NOS battery aprons. And
I love the tail light panel.
yeah, I've never seen another one.
Wow.
Those are NOS rocker panels right here beside the wall. But I think one of them's for a 66.7 car, and this was for a 68.9. I think this for a 67.8 because this is different.
Mm-hmm.
But it's outside it looks the same, but except for that, and this don't bang your head there, and this is.
And then we have some goodies in here in the glass. So we got the Cyclone grill, new old stock with the boxes.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes,
that-
those are NOS eyebrow moldings too. Those are NOS. I've had them about 20 years.
And then the headlight grills.
Yeah, those are Fairlane 500 or Torino, but I was going to use them in the spoiler too.
Right. And then you actually have the center grill in the back too.
Yes.
New old stock one.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Back when you could find all that stuff.
Yeah.
I forgot about those engines on the engine stand.
Yeah, what do we have on the engine stands?
That's just a regular 428 block. It's not a Cobra Jet block, but that's Cobra Jet heads and intake on there. And then that's a 428 Cobra Jet. The 60 over, and it's got aluminum elder block heads on it and a police interceptor intake. And that's the motor that goes. It's going to eventually, if I ever get to it, to go into the 428 Kale car.
So there's your A on
Yeah,
that
that's
one.
A scratch. This is a C.
Where's your C?
You can find it.
Right there. It's hard to see. Don't have
It's
the light on the
60
phone.
over though.
So do you know? So do all 428 blocks have these oil plugs here on the cams?
There's nothing in this block. This is just for looks. So
You see how they have the plugs?
machine guy must have did that.
No, I was reading on those, and they said that some of the 428 blocks, they came that way. That's how you identify a block, the CM, C8, ME, A.
This is actually just a plain old 428. I don't know what it came out of, but
Yeah.
I got it from my machine shop guy. He was going out of business. And I got the crank and the block and the rods. And I just stuck these heads and all. These heads are good. They're ready to go, but I put them on here just to have a display motor.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have
Got
a 428 motor just for
factory
display.
Holly sitting on both of these carburetors. And this has been sitting around a while.
So what's under this one?
This is the which one is this car? Oh, this is the white car I used to call Project Rust Out. It was pretty bad shape. I mean, back when I worked on this car, you couldn't buy nothing but floor pan pieces, and you couldn't even buy a cowl. I had to fix the cowl. I had to piece the floor together. I actually have to go. These two before are in the way. I actually made all this quarter panel stuff before Tom ever came along. I had to make this myself. I have to show you the photo album. I mean, I made all this. Actually, this came off a 4-door Torino, and I had to splice it and section it, and I had to make all that. And then
Oh yeah, you definitely got a lot of work done to it.
I made the trunk drops. They were gone. I made those myself. Didn't know what I was doing, but I did it. And the tail light panel and the bumper, which Tom calls the lower one, the bumper panel, it came off a burned Cyclone in Temple's junkyard. He cut the car in half. It was in a garage fire. And I put the tail light panel, that panel, and the trunk floor on the driver's side came out of that car. The car was burned. But the very back was still good. But the rest of the car was gone. It was burned to nothing. It was Calypso coral, but it was burned to nothing.
Speaking of Calypso Coral, what's this one?
This is Cyclone 500. I found behind a guy's race shop, and he ended up giving it to me. He told me if I could get it out of there, I could have it. And that's what got me started in the Cyclones. It's about 2000.
I love that it had a trailer hitch on it.
Yeah, like that black car had a trailer hitch on it. Let's see.
Because that's what you do with Cyclones, you tow
I
stuff.
had 2 or 3 more that had trailer hitches.
See, there's that notorious bracket I'm talking about.
This was a 390. It was a Y code car, but
This should fall off on the way. before I
actually this
leave.
trunk lid came from Temple's junkyard. The one that was on here, it was rusted bad.
There's your
This one ain't perfect, but
white in the letters again.
now you can buy a new trunk lid. So
Yeah.
ain't worth trying to fix one now. That's how it looked when I got it, and it still looks the same.
And you said you took the badges off. Well, you definitely can see where they
There
were.
in that, I got a little display case.
Oh,
with
well,
all
right there,
that
you can
stuff
still
on it.
see 500.
I'll show you in a little while. So it's been
there's
repainted
your-
sometime in the past because they like it spot painted because I don't think they painted the whole car.
There's where your
They
checker
just
flag.
painted parts of it. Yeah,
There's a checker
I
flag call
got
out.
those over there. This was this car had a tack in it, a 2-barrel car with a tack.
Wow.
This side looks better than the other side. The fender does. The other fender's pretty bad.
And so what's above it?
It's another 68. It's just a Y code 390. It's a yellow. What do you call that? Light yellow. This it's probably about the third one that I ever got, and it used to run. It might run now.
And you said that guys were like me and some other guys have tried to take undercoating off, and unfortunately, this doesn't look like undercoating.
It's like asphalt from the road.
Asphalt. It's like the guy must have worked at the highway department, and literally they sprayed asphalt.
Look at that.
Is everywhere underneath the bottom of this car. I mean,
Well,
I don't even know how you would
The
get it
cowl
off.
rotted out, so the floorboard rusted from the top down instead of the bottom up. And the cowl was rotted out. I put a cowl in it from a four-door Montego that came out of Temple's Auto Parts.
Yes, I know the four-door
One where the front end's cut
Montego.
off.
Yeah.
I bought that whole part to fix this car is what I bought it for. Actually, I bought it to fix this car. But I ended up using the cowl in this car, and I almost think I could just clean this up and get it running and leave it like it is.
I would.
It looks cool, don't it?
Yeah, I do the patina. I did a Torino with the patina.
There's no motor in it, but I have to get me one.
Well, you have two over there on the engine stand.
Yeah, but they got a place for the one for sure.
And then what do we got?
have a 410 out there on the shelf, Mercury 410.
Oh, before I forget, I almost walked past it. Tell us about this front end.
From what everybody can tell me, it's supposed to be off of a 69 race Leroy Yarborough Mercury Cyclone Spoiler 2. I had to get John Kraft to verify it. He couldn't 100% sure, but it's definitely race front end.
Yeah, look at
But
that.
you can see the 8 on the headlight bucket. And when I first got it, you could almost make the 9 out on the other. So I'm pretty sure it was a 98, but pretty sure it was a Leroy Yarborough front end. And it's been floating around forever, and I got it from Tom Wilson. And he got it from some guy in Illinois, but so I hung it on the wall out here.
That is neat.
And that's where it's going to stay for a while. There's a guy in Georgia, they call him Mr. Mercury. He wants it really bad, but I don't want to get rid of it yet. But anyways, that's what that is.
Not to get distracted, we'll go back over to the 69.
It's a 428 4-speed. It's a Q code. No console, no stripes. That's mostly original interior. I didn't do anything to it. Well, that's like it was when I got it, so cleaned it up. It
Factory tack
driver's
car.
seat's starting to come apart, but I think it's original.
It definitely looks like it.
It's fixing to come apart, and I don't know what they got on this seat here, but somebody got something on it. But it's a good driver. It's fun to drive. Originally, it's a 350 gear, but I changed it to a 300 where I could drive it on the highway, and it'll run 80 mile an hour all day long, no problem. It doesn't run hot. It runs good. Original radiator. Had it recoiled just like the one above us.
And what's the one above it?
It's a 69 R code. Automatic. It's a Calypso Coral, mostly original paint. It runs. It's just got a few little rust holes in it, but it's mostly original paint.
And this is the one that we were talking about that it seems to have the original exhaust still underneath the car.
It's almost gone, but it's still on there. It's got turn downs on the
On
the
something
pipes.
some cycling guys might find interesting is most of the cars you never see the turn down pipes on it, but when you look at this one, there is no way an exhaust shop went through all the trouble to put these indents on the pipe itself, and then look at the exhaust tip, how it's notched to fit that. I mean, that has to be original. I mean, there's no way that mom and pop exhaust shop, and it's both sides. Did that. You got original hangers, everything underneath there.
The pipes or tailpipes are about gone, but
Yeah, but
still
they're
there. And the pipes are welded into the mufflers on both sides.
And look at the, look at that. That's, yeah, I would say that's original. I mean, it'd be hard to press to say otherwise. Well, that wraps up this one.